Wix versus WordPress. Battle of the Giants. Which is the best? Which one should I use? Okay, personally I use both of them depending on the project. People say Wix is easier to use. That's true. I would agree with that overall. And also most people think Wix is very basic, and that's the reason they think it's much easier to use. Now, if you can use Wix Advanced Editor and Wix Corvid Code, it's a different kettle of fish completely. I can build the same level of website on Wix as I can on WordPress. The only limiting factor that could be involved is the plugins. Wix doesn't have as many plugins as WordPress, but Wix is easier to use. It's better for beginners for a number of reasons. If you've never made a website, Wix is your choice. The main reason being it's drag and drop, it's front end, you can see what you're doing, and it's not very complex. And also Wix hosts their own websites, so you don't need to mess around looking for domain providers and hosting providers. You can do everything with Wix. You can build your website on Wix, you can register your domain name with Wix, and you can host your website on Wix, all done in the same website on your account. Very simple. Whereas with WordPress you will be building the website on the hosting site you have to find, and also you will need to register the domain. It's a bit more complex, for, like I say, for a beginner, someone who's never made a website, I always recommend to use Wix. If you're an advanced user, if you've built many websites, I'm not going to say use WordPress. Like I say, depending on the project, depends what I use. The main reason I like using Wix is because I can build the websites faster and pretty much to the same complexity as a WordPress website, using Wix Advanced Editor and Corvid Code if necessary. That's another thing most people don't realise with Wix. They think there's no coding involved. There is coding features, but like I say, using Wix Advanced Editor, you can pretty much make any website you need. I can customize. I actually think I generally make better looking visually. I make better looking websites on Wix than WordPress, with everything it needs, from basic websites to e-commerce stores. Now, the main thing that puts me off using Wix, especially because I have a web design agency, is the price. Okay, if you're building multiple websites, you have to use WordPress for the hosting reasons. With Wix, you are the monthly. If you have one WordPress website and one Wix website, you'll be paying a little bit more per month on the Wix website. I'm in the UK. I think the basic package, the one you need to get rid of adverts, etc., I think it's £9 per month. Not extraordinarily high. WordPress can vary from £2 to £10 depending which hosting provider you use. It's cheaper, especially if you've got multiple websites. I use shared hosting for my WordPress websites, which basically means I could have 100 websites on that one hosting account, which is up to £10 per month. Wix doesn't have this option. With Wix, if you have one website or 10 websites or 100 websites, you have to host them all individually. So for an agency, even if you like to use Wix, it's not worth it for the financial reasons. You'll be paying hundreds of pounds per month for hosting versus £10. If you have hundreds of websites or thousands of websites, you'll be paying thousands of pounds per month for hosting with Wix. If you've got one website or two websites, you're a newbie, you've never built a website before, and you only plan on having one or two websites maximum, I advise you use Wix. You will, after 1 hour of using it on the basic mode, you will feel comfortable, you will understand how things work. It's drag and drop, it's visual, you see everything you do, it's all on the same page, you pick it up pretty quickly. And then when you're comfortable with that, using Wix Basic, that's limited. It's very limited. When you've got used and you're comfortable using Wix Basic, look into switching the mode to Wix Advanced Editor, and you will be amazed at what you can do. It's really, like I say, I personally, I think I build better websites on Wix. Visually, it's so customizable. You know, like with WordPress, if you need to move little things or things like this, you have to do so much work. With Wix, you can pretty much just do it. Most people don't really know about this with Wix because they just use the general Wix editor. You know, you start a template, whether it's a theme or a blank template with Wix, it loads up, that's the basic editor. That is very limited. The websites look cheap and bad quality if you use that. Okay, I recommend, you know, maybe start with that if you're a new starter. But if you've got some Wix experience, you need to use Wix Advanced Editor. Everything changes. The screen will change, the options will change, and the customizability will change. You know, you can have, you know, you can do anything. You can do anything on Wix Advanced Editor that you can do on WordPress. Like I say, the only limiting factor is, you know, if you need hardcore coding, which in 2020, you know, it's not common anymore. You know, that was more, you know, 10-20 years ago. You know, and people are paying less prices for websites. You know, if somebody wants a fully coded website, they're gonna have to pay a few £1,000. You know, maybe £10,000, £20,000. People don't like to pay that, you know, so generally it's going to be a template, you know. Coding, most websites I build, I have to do some type of coding with it. That's always an issue, but generally, you know, I will use a template, customize it. You know, I've got a small web design agency. You know, it's quite low prices. It's a home run business, so you know, people want, you know. My customers are, you know, low paying customers. They're happy to pay a few £100s, and you know, I give them a very good website. I also do SEO services. My own website is on Google page 1, so you know, overall I give a good service for money. If somebody contacts me asking for a fully coded website, obviously the quote goes up, so obviously that's how it works. It's the same with any business. But yeah, I just hope these little tips can help someone who's obviously, if you're watching my video, you're probably trying to work out what you should use, Wix versus WordPress. So I will say, if you're a new starter, you have no experience, I would say use Wix. If you're an experienced website builder and you're only having 1 or 2 websites, I would recommend using Wix again on the advanced editor and see how it goes. Another positive about Wix is it's more secure than WordPress. It's less vulnerable to being hacked or plugins going down, or you know, errors, things like bugging errors. You know, these are very uncommon with Wix. They host their own websites on their own servers. They are automatically updated, and Wix support is also, like the chat and contact, it's much more, you have a better time with Wix than WordPress. You know, you get ignored on WordPress, you don't get much back. If you have a problem, you have to wait and you probably don't get a reply. Wix is better for 2 reasons: 1, they get back to you, and 2, it's less likely to have an issue. I can't remember the last time I had an issue with a Wix website. I think the last issue was probably 2 years. I noticed the servers were down for about 20 seconds. That glitch has happened once in the last 5 years I've been using them. So you get no errors with Wix. You get good support. The only negative with Wix, like I say, is the hosting. It's more expensive. If you have multiple websites, you have to pay hosting on each website. If you have multiple WordPress websites, you can host them all on one shared hosting. I use SiteGround personally. Okay, so that's my video. I hope it's helped someone. See you later, guys.